Good morning. Well, I am in Florence. Just debating. I'm going to go get my car washed first because I'm starting to notice a weird film on the van. Salt, probably. And then I might just go to, there's an adventure park that you can take a dune buggy ride up onto the sand dunes. I'm a little leery on the fact that I went to the sea lion caves yesterday, and the lady did say mating season for the sea lions, so they weren't in the caves. But she says we do have a couple lookout spots. But it was cool going down into the caves, but I mean, you really don't get much to see. That being said, how can you botch a dune buggy ride? I don't know. I should have talked to the camp host and asked her, what should I go and see and do? You know what? Maybe when I'm at the car wash, I'll see if someone's around there and just kind of ask them, what would you recommend? And just see. People are friendly enough.
$20 later, I had a seat behind the driver, and it was the best seat and the best time I had. We received several warnings to keep our phones in our pockets, because once lost, forever lost.
We're going to work our way down to the Pacific Ocean, run the beach for a ways, and then eventually we'll come back into the main dunes for those two big tree islands.
Sadly, the wind noise was too loud on these videos, so where I could, I would leave the tour operator's narration in.
Coyote there, folks, out our 11 o'clock.
That's a coyote.
Yep. We're right in the middle of the state. The Oregon Dunes National Recreation Area we are traveling through. And from where all this sand came from, always an awesome view of the Pacific Ocean. We'll be here about 30 seconds or so. If you brought a camera along and would like to get a still shot, this is considered to be a state highway here in Oregon. From the top of the forenoon to the water's edge, this got its designation as the most popular route for transporting goods in between Coos Bay and Florence, long before Highway 101 was used for 40 miles up and down this part of the Oregon coast. Finding the hard-packed sand was a lot faster than trying to navigate the very rough inland route about Highway 101 since today. See a long time for treasures down here. Floated back up into that alcove from winter tides that can approach 10 feet. Now the creek is almost done running for this season. As the water table continues to drop down lower, this will eventually dry up. High-powered binoculars, they can read those numbers from a good distance offshore, letting them know where they are in relation to the next closest port of entry for safe harbor. The numbers displayed on the signs are not mileage markers. Those reference landmarks. Number 108 being Chapman Sand Road on nautical charts. Now, as we break out onto the main part of the dunes, this will give you a much better idea of how much sand there is here. Now we need to get turned around to head to tree island number 5 that sits in behind us, and there's a couple of ways to do that. We can just make a right-hand turn and head to 5.
This morning I hummed and hawed. Wasn't sure I was going to take that dune buggy tour. It was the best spent $20 I have ever spent. And I know it helped that I was behind the driver and pretty much had a front row seat. At the end of the day, I made my way back to Harbor Vista Campground, and I stopped to visit the North Jetty Beach. It was not easy walking in the sand, but I did get a chance to see a seal and was able to see the kites from the kite surfing